young entrepreneurs, what's your burning desire? Your burning desire may probably be the favorable conditions you need so that you can create more jobs, so that your business will thrive, and then you can create more jobs. You can make more money, become a billionaire, and want to go to space or something.
Yeah, so take Ghana to space. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
Launching a space rocket from. I don't think we'll see it in our lifetime. But
or make a lot of money, and then you decide that okay, you're going to get me the
Toyota Prado.
The Prado that I've been talking about and bargaining with all this while.
Oh my God.
Well, it's just 400,000 cedis.
400,000 cedis or dollars?
Cedis.
Oh, okay. That was not too bad then. That's chicken change.
You see? So you can do it.
Yeah. Okay, what I can do this morning is the Ghanaian Times. That I can promise you. Anything else, I'm not too sure of. Okay, so on the front page of the Ghanaian Times is a story that is very interesting over the last 2 days has played out. So there's two things. Shatta, funny face, land in hot water. Let's break it down.
Yeah.
So let's take Shatta Wale first. So a few months ago, there was a prophecy by a bishop who said that on October 18th, he saw that armed robbers or gunmen had attacked a very prominent superstar in Ghana. And he mentioned Shatta Wale's name, which is Charles. It was like Charles, Niyama, something, all of that. So this prophecy was put out there that on the 18th of October, 2021, people are going to attack Shatta Wale, shoot him and all of that. So Shatta Wale may have heard and decided that chances of that prophecy coming to pass by itself were not very high. So he will make the prophecy happen. So, yes. So there were social media posts about him that came out, and we're not too sure, I don't want to mention names, but from his team about the fact that they can't find him, he's disappeared, There was fear and panic everywhere. It was trending on social media. We can't find Shatta Wale. They say he's in critical condition. They say he's in the hospital. They say he's been shot. The police send out teams to look for him because he's a public figure, and all of that. And social media is just buzzing with what has happened to Shatta Wale. Then it turns out nothing has happened to Shatta Wale. He decided basically that he was going to fulfill the prophecy and make fun of all of us, and laugh about it and just be amused by the fact that he basically held the country to ransom. So he shows up and he's been arrested by the police. Well, not arrested, he turned himself in because he heard, can you imagine that he was wanted by the police?
Yeah, but before then he had put out a series of posts where he was talking about why he had to do that and trying to justify all of that. Well, he's been arrested or he's in custody.
He's in custody.
And
I mean, Samini, some of the artists also tweeted. Samini tweeted about it and said that it's funny. He's fooled the whole nation, and it's almost like, okay, you have an album coming out or something, so you kind of want attention. So yeah, that's Shatta Wale for you. I want to see. I'm quite hesitant to say this, but I actually want to see some sort of penalty for this, mainly because of pulling police resources to look for you, and there's nothing actually wrong with you. It's like the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the police is saying that yes, what they're actually working on investigating is allegations to putting out information that will cause fear and alarm. So
yeah.
That's what we're.
So anyway, so that's Shatta Wale, and then of course funny face. We talked about it yesterday briefly. He did a video where he was saying he was going to shoot his baby mama and kill himself and all of that. We know that he's also been taken into custody and it's going to be
He'll be examined.
That's a word, yeah. Psychiatrically examined so that they can kind of decide exactly what it is that's wrong with him and all of that. So yeah, Happy Wednesday. This is Ghana for you. Okay, let me continue with... You look like you want to get into a daily graphic. No. Okay. Let me continue. So President cut short for work to begin on 12.1 kilometer Hem Mine in Sutem Road project. Okay, soldiers demand 50,000 Ghana cedi each to overthrow the government. Prosecution witness, that's according to prosecution witnesses. Government is to inject $2.5 billion into security intelligence over the next 2 years. That's Mr. Albert Kandapar. Polish PM accuses EU of blackmail and law row. And let's move on. The issue of LGBTQI, whose right is right? COVID-19 and breast cancer. NDC blames government for fuel price increase. MMDA is asked to run development-focused budgets. So yesterday, Sami Jainfi was speaking, and this is about NDC blaming the fuel government for fuel price increases. And now NDC has blamed the government for the persistent increase in the prices of fuel products in the country and urged it to take urgent steps to reverse the trend. The NDC are saying that life has become unbearable for Ghanaians under the government with the introduction of new taxes. And loved the conversation that we had with you guys about how, you know, fuel prices are affecting you. And we hope that something is done soon because it has such a ripple effect when the fuel prices go up. Okay. Center spread. President Katsot for the work to begin on that road. 7-member AESL board inaugurated in Accra. And Housing Ministry draws plans to address current housing deficit. Sir Francis Asensu Boache, who's the Minister of Works and Housing, has hinted of plans to develop a framework that would absorb cost of land and other infrastructural services key in the provision of decent and affordable housing as government strives to address the current housing deficit. Now, this is a conversation we've been having from since before I was born, which was a very long time ago. And we kind of hear the same thing from every Minister of Works and Housing that comes. And yet we don't really see anything being done apart from houses being built very far away from Accra, which are now sitting desolate and empty and basically rotting away. So it would be interesting. We pray for the anointing to bring change on Francis Asensu Boache's life. We pray that God will infuse his words with power so that he can actually do what he's saying that he wants to do. Because honestly, we're tired of hearing these promises made and all of that. Okay, construct bridge on Garu Gadbiri Road at Tempane to return life to normal. Remember that because of the rains, some of these communities were totally cut off from life outside of those villages and those communities. So they're waiting for their bridges to be fixed so that they can return to life as normal. Okay, Afajato district to embark on $5 million tourism development, $5 million tourism development program. So the Afajato South district in the Volta region is set to embark on this project as a matter of priority. That's according to the DCE. Okay, economy's relatively strong performance is due to homegrown policies. That's the governor of the Bank of Ghana. Mobile money has improved the efficiency of transactions. Again, I'm the governor of the Bank of Ghana. And yes, mobile money has improved the efficiency of transactions. It's so easy to pay for everything.
Yeah.
You know, water, light, DSTV. You know, you go to a salon, you can pay with mobile money. You're buying wache, you can pay with mobile money. You know, toza fee, whatever you're doing. You know, once you're loaded, you're fine. What you won't be able to do at the end of March 2022 is use your mobile money if you have not gotten your Ghana card and you have not registered your SIM. So y'all better make sure that you're on that beat and you're doing that. Mm-hmm. And then maybe one of these days we'll do a few rounds at the registration centers and see how that's going. But we'd love to hear from you. Let me know how it's going for you trying to get your Ghana card and also the registration process, because we haven't had much feedback on the actual registration process that the telcos are having to do.
Yeah. So that's something we haven't really touched on. We probably should be doing that.
Yeah, okay, I'm almost done. Atlanta test for struggling United. Black Queens clash with Super Eagles today. Black Stars tipped to qualify for the World Cup. And on the back page of the Ghanaian Times, fishing trawlers in bumper harvest after closed season. And Ghana Health Service to distribute 1 million long-lasting insecticide-treated nets to 487,000 households in the Volta region as part of efforts to combat malaria. That's it for the Ghanaian Times.
All right, so we go to the Daily Graphic, and no Ghana card, no salary. Accountant General reverses directive. So this directive where the Accountant General was saying that by December 1, if you haven't registered or have a national ID number, you're not going to be getting your salary. The Accountant General Controller and Accountant General has reversed that. So this was the outcome of the meeting held yesterday between the government, represented by the Ministry of Employment and Labour Relations, the Ministry of Finance, and the CAGD on the one hand, and the leadership of organized labour representing public sector workers on the GACD payroll. So what is it that they've done? They've decided that the Controller and Accountant General's Department should port the names of public sector workers in their existing databases onto the NIA platform, and thereafter inform the various institutions of any unregistered staff who may exist. The two parties, according to the communique, also asked that affected institutions should encourage staff to register with the NIA as quickly as possible if they have not already done so. Okay, so hopefully that should bring some calm to the public sector workers who were agitating. They were really outraged that they had been asked to, they were going to forfeit their salaries because of that. Okay, so for now, I guess your December salaries will be coming. Your December salary is not at risk anymore if you don't have an NIA ID number. Okay, so moving on. Create secondary cities for effective planning. That's a consultant saying that planning consultants has advocated the development of secondary cities in Ghana to decongest Accra rather than relocating the capital. And also on the front page, Youth Connect Summit opens in Accra today. So more than 17,000 youth across the continent will focus attention on Ghana to interact with policy makers in search of economic development opportunities. The 2021 Youth Connect Africa Summit aims to raise the consciousness of the continent's youths towards an Africa Beyond Aid agenda and position young people to take advantage of the opportunities presented by the African Continental Free Trade Area. So, yeah, the event. So key speakers at this year's summit include President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the President of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, the UNDP Assistant Administrator and Director, Regional Bureau of Africa, Ms. Ahuna Eziakonwa, as well as leading business executives on the continent. But I'm learning Rwandan president may not make it. May not make it. That's what I mean. Yeah. I was looking forward to it.
Yes, so was I.
Meeting, yeah. Okay, so in politics, impact of flagship projects evident. That's President Akufo-Addo saying that. And Apasera Daniba sued over 1.7 million cedi campaign cash. Tout achievements of the NDC, former President Mahama is urging NDC MPs. And he says, we have done a lot for the Volta region and we'll soon do a lot for them because we know they have always stood with us and do not take their support. And we do not take their support for granted. Okay. Then, well, trained dogs beef up security. So you see a photo of the police K9 unit and some police women with the dogs, and it looks really cool. Let's show it to them. I think what I love about the photo is one of the photos that was shared by the Ghana Police Service on the social media handles, and this was my best one. Because it featured the women with the dogs.
Nice.
And they're cool.
Yeah, no, it's a really nice picture. I think somebody tweeted and asked why we don't use local dogs for some of these things. Yeah, you didn't see that?
I saw that.
Yeah. I mean, these are beautiful. They look like German Shepherds, Alsatians. You know, so they look really strong and really good. But I don't see any, you know, the ones that only understand Guy and Tree.
I posted a photo of, I posted this photo, and somebody came and said, as for the local dogs, all they are good at is barking at witches.
Barking and what?
At witches at night.
At night, I know, right? Seriously. That's a good one.
All right, so also still, continue with the Daily Graphic. In regional, NCC makes Edukrom a Bonting Domhene Cultural Ambassador. In the center spread, additional $2.5 billion to be expended to retool security agencies. Okay, that's a lot of money. So the government is to expend an additional $2.5 billion for the retooling of the security agencies, including national intelligence agencies in the country. Okay, I guess probably that's where the money for the K9 units is coming from.
Okay.
Abandoned road projects in Central Region will be completed. President has given that assurance. Aggrieved law students appeal for admission to GSL, the Ghana School of Law. So when in 2020, some 1,045 candidates passed the entrance exam, they were all admitted owing to the ingenuity of the GSL, which had to introduce a triple track system. And the law students who were denied admission, the 499 of them, they say they're staging a demonstration.
I think they should. They should definitely go all the way.
Red Wednesday.
Yeah.
4 remanded for plotting to kill family head. Oh. 4 persons have been remanded into police custody for plotting to kill Mr. Timothy Ebo Esando, the Asuna #1 royal family head of Agona Kwenyako in the Central Region. And they've listed their names here. Businessman fails to meet 6.34 million CD bail conditions. Okay. All right. Moving on. In education, philanthropy supports Sing MA Basic Schools, and National Science and Maths grades goes to Kumasi.
Yes,
So,
we had that conversation
yeah,
2
we had
days
that
ago.
conversation. Yeah. Then the grand finale is going to be on November 5. Government explores use of pensions funds for mortgage. Okay, that's cool. That's something that EcoBank has been talking about, and they're making it available for people. So, okay, so I'm learning that. So I see here, they say the Daily Graphic is reporting that the grand finale is going to be on November 5. Okay.
I think the November 5th is for the preliminaries.
So
And then the
grand finale
actual, yeah, November 26th.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So November 26th, so you know. Okay, and moving on, let's see which other stories are there in the Daily Graphic quickly. Otherwise, we just do sports.
No, we won't do sports. It's 53.
No, sports
We
on
have-
there.
Oh, okay, we have
Yeah,
time.
that's what I meant. GSS identifies disparity in access to essential services nationwide. So it's a report that has been put out by the Ghana Statistical Service based on the 2021 population and housing census. There's quite a bit in there. 93% of rural residential clusters nationwide and 38% of urban areas do not have a facility providing financial services. Oh, but they have Momo.
Well,
Yeah, Dr. Bamia says Momo is a bank account on your phone.
I see. Okay.
So everybody has Ghana Statistical Service. You have to go and look at your thing again. 50 individuals, organizations honored at Ghana Shippers Awards. Let's go to the sports and then the back page. So in sports, Falcons Queens clash today, and the back page, Middle Belt Development Authority inaugurates 5 projects at Banda and Shamad District bans clay mining. That'll be it.
Okay, so just going into the daily guide briefly. On the front page, death prophecy, pastor arrested, scared Shatta Wale hides. Funny face for busted, and Mahama goes after chiefs. Okay, so let's do a quick overview of the international stories. Haiti kidnappers demand $17 million for missionaries. North Korea fires missile into waters of Japan. Liberia president rewards 18-year-old who returns lost $50,000. And Ecuador crime wave triggers state of emergency. Some entertainment this morning. Funny face busted over social media death threats. And Marvel confirms a new release date for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So we know that they reshuffled the release of some of their new titles, but some of the titles, which include the long-awaited Ryan Coogler-directed Black Panther sequel, Wakanda Forever, Doctor Strange, Thor, Love and Thunder will now release a few months later than originally scheduled. So principal photography for Wakanda Forever kicked off months ago with major stars from the original film spotted on the set in Atlanta. And you know, the thing is, Black Panther, you know, never be the same without Chadwick.
Yeah.
You know, he was just everything. He was everything. May his soul continue to rest in peace. Tiwa Savage's alleged sex tape leaks, that's been all over the internet.
Have you seen it?
The last few days, yes, for news and quality assessment purposes. I saw it very briefly.
No, come on, hold on. For news and quality assessment purposes, you saw it.
I mean, with the quality of the story being told so that we know what they're saying. Yeah. So I saw it very briefly, I think about 12 seconds or so. You know, but the thing about Tiwa Savage, and let's talk about sex tapes and sex videos for a second, since you brought it up. The thing about this particular incident, and she spoke about it before it came out, before that sex tape came out. And she said, you know, yes, I was having sex with my boyfriend. We decided to have fun and make a video. It leaked somehow. And people are calling me to try and blackmail me and asking me to pay money. I'm not going to pay money because I refuse to live my life in this, you know, cocoon of fear. Yeah. So let it come out. It's fine. Because basically, you know, we all have sex, something we all do. I did it. Mine is out, you know, whatever. So that was the position that she took. Which I think in this situation was probably one of the best things that you could do, is go out ahead of it and say, I'm not going to be blackmailed and stuff. However, it does bring to mind, and we ask ourselves this question every time something like this happens, that why are we so committed to making sex tapes when we've seen the effects of it over and over and over and over and over again? If you want to see yourself having sex, just put a mirror whilst you're doing it, and then you can watch yourself doing it with no, you know, eternal consequences. This has eternal consequences. It's never going to get off the internet. Her kids are gonna grow up and they're gonna see it somewhere, you know. And so, can we just be a little bit more circumspect, you know? And
I agree. But then, anyway, we have this interview with Diana Hamilton coming up, and she mentions that a bit of that in passing about how these artists should be handling them.
You got Diana Hamilton to talk about sex tapes?
Not sex tapes. I mean, about the way artists.
Oh, Israel has lost his way. We need deliverance.
Oh. We didn't talk about sex tapes.
How did I miss that? What was I doing?
We didn't talk about sex tapes.
Okay. Israel didn't talk about sex tapes.
But back to the sex tape issue, the two service. You said you've seen it. Is it actually like they having sex?
Yes.
I mean, she having sex with someone?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So there are two parties involved?
They require two people for there to be, yeah.
Okay, can I get to see it too?
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Okay.
On the back page of the Daily Guide, FIFA boss joins Biennial World Cup campaign. New Edubiasi signed Lil Win, and Man City places €80 million on Raheem Sterling. That's it for the newspapers. I think we're going to dive straight into my Joy Online really quickly.
My Joy Online. Straight away. So my Joy Online, Shatta Wale arrested and over hoax.
He looks so pleased with himself.
Yeah.
That picture. So excited.
Okay. Anyway, let's get on to the other stories. I'm on the run until this country shows me there are laws. So this was a post he put out before he was eventually arrested. Pastor whose prophecy triggered Shatta Wale's fake shooting fiasco arrested. Shatta Wale could be charged for publication of false information, just Justice Abdullah. We'll also be getting into it to understand exactly what this is all about. Minority calls for rerun of confirmation processes for some MMDC nominees. Transgender is a mental health condition. That's an expert saying that. NSMQ 2021, St. Thomas Aquana, Simfansipim, Agri Memorial, Bogatanga, SHS, and others contest in prelims. Ekufado's denial of promise to build harbour in Cape Coast is shocking. Abeku Adams, an MP for Tamale Central, reaffirms minorities' commitment to pass anti-LGBTQI+ bill. Asks Akufo-Addo to make stance clear. Okay.
All right, that's it for my Joy Online, and that's it for the newspaper review here on the AM show. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Muftal brings you the sports. Of course, the show continues. Don't go anywhere. We promise you a really good one.